Hey guys, what's up? I hope you all are staying inside and away from the coronavirus right now. A couple of you have been asking me if I'm stuck in Mexico for the quarantine, and that's because a couple of my videos lately have been from Mexico, but I'm actually up in America right now, hanging out in Arizona and Nevada. One thing I do with my videos is I actually film a couple of them at one point and then set them up to be released every week. It's the only way how I can actually keep my videos coming at a constant rate. And so right now a couple of my, or like the last two videos have been in Mexico, and I think the next two there are a few more in Mexico. But I filmed those back in February and now they're being released this month. And I just sort of have to stagger them like that and make sure that they're coming out at a constant rate. And because of my schedule and my strange work habit or like schedule, that's just how I have to set it up. So today I'm back with a gear review. This is going to be on a pack that I sort of just got my hands on. This is the Camp Rocks pack. It's a crag pack style, which is why it has that big zipper running down the front, and then I'll show you the features and talk to you about some of the nice uses. It's a pretty simple pack. Runs you about 80 bucks off of Camp's website, but plenty of other websites will give it to you for as cheap as $40, $45. So look around moosejaw, backcountry.com, try to find a good deal for it. And it's just a nice pack. It comes at 40 liters capacity, and let's just check out some of the features. So I have this pack pretty well stuffed to the brim at the moment. I used this on a long climb yesterday as sort of the big pack that I use to bring all the gear to the base, and then I actually have a smaller pack for my en-route pack stuffed inside of that. And so I just have it stuffed to full capacity. This is what it looks like. It's funny how when you get it in the mail, it doesn't look like it's 40 liters, but it's definitely become apparent that it is a good size 40 liter pack. Maybe not as big as some other brands, but definitely will fit everything you need, especially if you're just using it for cragging. You can definitely stick a helmet inside the pack, but if yours is as full as mine, I just strap mine to either the sides right here or clip it onto the shoulder straps. So for the suspension system, again, this is a crag pad, so nothing really that amazing. You get some padding here on your shoulders, a little vent here to keep your back cool. Of course, the sweat still comes quite a bit. And the shoulder straps are pretty thin, both in this dimension and in this dimension. I find that the pack is decently comfortable-ish, especially if you're going for short distances. On the longer climb yesterday with the approach, which is maybe about 1.5 miles in and then 1.5 miles out. On the way out, these straps were starting to get kind of annoying and starting to dig in quite a bit. You get your average haul loop, which is like no big deal. One thing that I wish would come with more crag packs in general is a hip belt, just to help spread out the load. Having this pack at full capacity with just the shoulder straps is kind of annoying. And it would definitely be okay if you're just going short distances like off-road crags. And I mean, it's a crag pack, so generally people aren't walking really far for cragging, but I just wish it would, with the capacity of a pack, a 40 liter pack, you should definitely have some shoulder straps or like a sternum strap or something more than just these two thin shoulder straps. So maybe not the best if you have a lot of heavy gear for a long walk, but it's pretty good for just day in and out cragging. Also comes with two side pockets that you can actually put stuff like your water bottle or snacks, sunscreen in. I guess I got some trail mix right there. Sunscreen, toilet paper, whatever you want on the outside of your pack. It has two big pockets. They're not elastic, so actually I feel like this material is a bit more durable than if it were elastic. But that being said, I actually did chip a hole in it the other day. Right there, you can see it against that. So I nailed it on a rock, and then I knew there would be a hole just in the side pocket right there. So they'll probably won't last super long if you're walking through stuff like I've been using in the desert, and there's a lot of sharp things in the desert, so watch out for that. This pack actually is very small on the amount of pockets, which kind of the design of the pack makes it so that way you don't have a lot of pockets. You really have these 2 pockets, the central whole pack itself, and then there's a small pocket on the inside of the pack, and then that is it. So it is kind of easy to lose small items in this pack, but I guess it's also easy to find them because you can't have too many hiding places. Like usual Krag packs, you have these 2 straps. You can pick it up duffel bag style, and they also give you these things on the bottom for strapping more things on, but I'm not sure if that was the best place to put these. Maybe up higher or something, but you can add some like bungee cord and stick your flip-flops or your Krag shoes in there, and then hopefully that'll all stay in place. I haven't used those, and I'm not really a big fan of using them, but they do give you options to hook more things on the outside of your pack there. Alright, let's get into the meat of the pack. This is a pretty burly zipper. Obviously this pack isn't waterproof, and the material itself isn't really that durable, but this zipper is definitely real burly to hold the pack together. I mean, if that breaks, then the whole thing is useless. Lets you open up the entire pack. You have tons of stuff just shoved in here. My climb yesterday, it was kind of windy, so I brought an extra jacket, but didn't end up using it. So got my layers here, harness, chalk bag, got my climbing shoes, sunglasses. Here's my Krag pack, or sorry, not Krag pack. There's my on route pack. It's just a small little 20 liter that I've had forever. And so I brought the whole pack for carrying everything, and then when I used all my climbing stuff on the route, I went down to the smaller pack. Alright, other things I have, medical kit and medical stuff in general. Nice to shove in there. I was kind of lazy yesterday, so I didn't bother re-racking anything, including my harness. I just threw it all in there. Wag bag, just in case. Let's see, now I got food, and then here's kind of like my gear, the Beal Escaper, just in case, and then just all the gear that I happen to have that day. I managed to shove a full double rack in here, as well as like maybe 12 quick draws, and then also I have my usual harness things like my third hand, you know, locking carabiners in HEC, a rescue cord, what have you. Also did have a number 4, so a pretty decent sized rack overall, along with my usual multi-pitch stuff. And so you can really see that this pack really does fit a whole lot. If you're just using this for sport climbing, then this will easily swallow up all your quick draws. Usually you bring a couple different pairs of shoes, so you'd have, you know, 2 or 3 pairs of shoes, harness, helmet, even a rope you could fit in here with a small sport rack. It's just a real bottomless pack, and it's really nice that you just unzip the whole thing, and then you have access to absolutely everything you need. So you can leave gear in here. If you're doing a mix of trad and sport climbing, then you can have all your entire rack in here, and then just take it out, take out whatever gear you need. If you have a route where you have mostly mostly sport climbing, but you just need like a 1, a 2, and a 3, and then you can just leave all the rest in there. Which, those routes are kind of out there, you know. I've climbed a few routes single pitch routes where you need a few pieces of gear to just sew up the space bolts. So right here is the inner pocket that I told you about earlier. This is the only other actual pocket you'll find in the pack. So it's good for like your keys, your wallet, phone. Right now I just have a bunch of bars in here. But it's a pretty sizable pocket, so you could fit a decent amount of things in here, your sunscreen, your sunglasses, whatever you need, just for small items, and to keep it separate from all your climbing gear inside the whole pack itself. And then that's actually pretty much it. You know, Krag packs are made to be pretty simple. There's not a lot of bells or thrills or whistles. It just gets the job done. If you're in the market for a backpack and you just started climbing and you want something that'll swallow up everything, this is not a bad pack to have. 40 liters is a good size for these sorts of things. Comparable packs would also be like the Black Diamond, Stone Duffel, or the Petzl. Sorry, the Petzl. Petzl makes another pack like this, and it's not like the do-it-all pack like a standard top-loading hood, but it'll definitely hold all your gear, get it to the crag, and then open up, and you can just throw everything in and swallow it up afterwards. Oh, had to get into the shade because the sun's beating down on me, but there was my review. I know it's not quite as long as my other reviews I have, but the pack is kind of what it is. It's just a crag pack, just there for throwing all your gear in and then heading out for a day of climbing. So as far as that goes, and the pack is really worth it. I wouldn't recommend loading in a whole bunch of stuff and walking a while, because I just tried that yesterday and my shoulders were hurting a bit by the end of the day. And so it's really just meant for, I think this this pack is perfect for just heading out for a day at Smith Rocks or Mount Lemmon or places in Red Rocks, any crag that's just right off the road, and you just want to have a bunch of gear in. Maybe you just want to pack a pack at the start of a climbing trip for a week, and then just keep it packed with all your stuff. This would be a perfect pack for that. It's not one of those packs where you have to dump out stuff and put in new things every day. You can just keep it packed for the whole week for your climbing trip, and then dump it all out when you're at home and organize it. So I hope all of you again are staying inside. Watch out for the coronavirus, practice your social distancing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.